The 2019 NBA draft is on our way. This draft features one of the most anticipated draft prospects in recent history in Zion Williamson, but it also has a lot of talented prospects from all over the NCAA and some from overseas. Some of these guys have been on the radar for some time, while others have fought hard both in the regular season and since then to improve their draft stock and move up in several mock drafts, including this one. What's good, YouTube? Today I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the top 10 prospects in college this past season and where they will land in the draft. And let's get into it with number 1, the New Orleans Pelicans with Zion Williamson. It's obvious that Zion Williamson, he's the most predictable number 1 pick since the Pelicans last held the top selection. Williamson is an efficient start, having led all freshmen last season in field goal percentage and recording a 40.8 player efficiency rating, which was the highest single season PER in NCAA history. Whether 6-time All-Star Anthony Davis resigns the trade request or upholds it, Williamson gives New Orleans a borderline star to build around. Number 2, the Memphis Grizzlies with Ja Morant. Memphis has already shown it is nearly ready to move on from the Mike Conley era and getting ready to get the number 2 pick and likely the rights to Morant, which makes that a much easier decision whenever the time comes. Morant is a crafty passer, and athletically, he's in a world share only with projected number 1 pick Zion Williamson. Morant led college basketball in assists as a sophomore and became the only NCAA player ever to average at least 20 points and 10 assists in a single season, since assists became an official stat in 1983. He and Jaren Jackson Jr. should form a young and exciting duo to build around long term. Number 3, the New York Knicks with RJ Barrett. If the Knicks get Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving in free agency, which is very unlikely, Barrett could feasibly be on the move. But with no guarantees, the Knicks should snag Barrett. He's a creative scorer who can carve space for himself and for others, operating as a lead ball handler often at Duke. He broke records as a freshman both in the ACC and at a historical great program like Duke, scoring a team-high 860 points. When he's locked in, he's one of the most complete players in this class. Number 4, the Los Angeles Lakers with Darius Garland. Garland played just 5 games at Vanderbilt before a season-ending knee injury, but in those games he showed glimpses of all-star potential with deep shooting range, crafty tight handles, and shot initiation skills that should immediately translate. Don't worry about duplicative skills he and Lonzo Ball should share. He can become a secondary playmaker for a Lakers offense that ranked in the bottom 10 last season. Number 5, the Cleveland Cavaliers with Jarrett Culver. Culver went from star role player as a freshman to number 1 option as a sophomore, leading to questions about his long-term upside after his efficiency as a scorer and three-point shooter dipped. But Culver's more than just a shooter. He's also a defensive stalwart who can operate as a secondary ball handler. For Cleveland, as he looks to build around Colin Sexton and new coach John Boehlen, Culver presents an intriguing low-risk complement to what is already in place. Number 6, the Phoenix Suns with Coby White. Given the Suns' intentions to keep Kelly Oubre and the presence of Mikal Bridges, Phoenix will be better off trying a long-term solution at a guard here than adding to their glut of forwards, which also includes TJ Warren and Josh Jackson. White's outside shooting, developing playmaking skills, and size that might allow him to defend both backcourt spots will be a strong fit next to Devin Booker. He enjoys a frenetically paced offense and a bucket getter who is quickly improving as a playmaker. He definitely cemented himself as a top 10 player in the class with tremendous upside. Number 7, the Chicago Bulls with DeAndre Hunter. Hunter's defensive-oriented, no-nonsense approach will fit that Bulls value, and while his upside isn't considered to be tremendous, they are in position where they can double down and add more depth at forward. Chicago could add him to the rotation off the bench immediately, and he provides valuable defensive cover for Lauri Markkanen. He can be at best an experienced and smart lockdown defender who can knock down three-pointers and defend from the perimeter to the post. Cam Reddish might be in the play here as well, but the Bulls don't necessarily need to hit a home run with this pick. Number 8, the Atlanta Hawks with Cam Reddish. Reddish was widely inconsistent at Duke as a freshman, looking at times like a future number 1 option and at other times looks like a 0. Even though he's sometimes inconsistent, he still has a super shooting stroke, an elite physical build for an NBA wing, and untapped potential that could be unleashed with the ball in his hands. He fits nicely with Trae Young and the Hawks team. Number 9, the Washington Wizards with Sekou Doumbouya. After a rocky start to his stint in the Pro A, France's top professional National League, Doumbouya turned a corner fast and began putting it all together, showing off all his all-around offensive game and defensive potential for NBA teams picking in the lottery. While it's unlikely he'll be an instant impact star in the NBA, Washington could find a tremendous value here with a long-term play as it aims to climb the NBA mountain via rebuild. Doumbouya could benefit from a big learning curve and long leash before reaching his potential. Number 10, the Atlanta Hawks with Jackson Hayes. Athletic big men are a dime a dozen, but Hayes is his own unique entity. He's a shot-swatting, rim-protecting human polo stick who's still just scratching the surface. His first start as a basketball player came as a senior in high school, the culmination of a high school career that saw him shoot up 10 inches. He's raw, but his NBA skill stands out as a potential defensive maker for the young Atlanta Hawks. Hayes' combination of physical tools and defensive upside have put him in the late lottery mix. He should be able to make an impact as a defender at some point on his rookie contract. Players such as Rui Hachimura, Nasir Little, and Bobo are going to be huge steals in this draft in my opinion. That's why they were not here in the top 10, and that concludes the video. What do you think of this list? Who do you think is going to be a boss or steal? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and click the bell to get notified of my future videos. I hope everyone has a great day. Peace out.